No, 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 not this path. Not this path. Well, here we go. Concessions to the trade unions. Oh man. Alright. And this unlocks the decisions. So many of them, in fact. Look at this. But for us to actually flip, we have to do a lot. Quite a lot. And another thing too, we can't do all of these back to back. We can only do one of these every 30 days. So what is it? Even at the best odds, we'd have to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 8 decisions, so even at the best, it would be 240 days. Yeah, this is ridiculously slow. But whatever, has to be done, so let's pass factory safety legislation. And yes, some of these national spirits are annoying, but all of them are temporary. Yes, we do have this, but it's only for a year, so whatever. Anyway, the next annoying thing is, there's no focuses to do until we flip, and that will take us a very, very long time. So may as well do the other annoying thing that comes with this path, decolonization. Yes, technically you don't have to do it, but I am playing the path as intended, so I have to do it. And oh, this whole thing is a minefield. This takes so long to do, because most of these focuses are 70 days long. Oh yes, some of them are 35 days, but most of them are 70. Considering how much of this tree is basically self-sabotage, all of these focuses ought to be 35 days long. Seriously. 70 days for Dominion independence? No. No. 70 days for guide the colonies? No. Just no. It's ridiculous how long the decolonization tree takes, considering how little it gives. But whatever. Whatever. Well, at least Edward VIII was easy to deal with. Oh yeah, I've definitely forgotten. Oh no, I don't have the PP anyway. Oh well, let's pass construction safety legislation. And guide the colonies. I really should actually pay attention to these, but I really don't like these decisions, so it's all fair. I do admit it is interesting the way it makes you flip. It's unique, I'll give it that. But come on. In this very focus tree, there are much more interesting ways to flip. Edward VIII and his abdication crisis, or the black shirts. You can either do it via the Civil War or the referendum. That is way more fun than this could ever be. And minimum wage. And some of these decisions get so damn expensive. To amend legislation costs 150 PP. Just to hold the referendum costs 100. Why are these so expensive? It feels like the person who made this wanted to make the most realistic tree they could, but god damn, it's not fun. Well, there we go. And withdraw from the contested territories. Just a little thing on this, I'm kind of surprised there isn't an option to bypass contested territories, because when Britain actually decolonized, that's what actually happened. You know, why isn't the option there? Could be interesting, but whatever. Whatever. Should I do that, or should I do limited rearmament? Fine, Dominion independence. And we've limited conscription, and now they want Union days. They want it all, and they want it now. Yay! And I've just noticed, oh sure, we get Alfred Butler, but this actual minister is randomly generated. You can get a completely worthless one if you're unlucky. Fortunately, in this case, he's somewhat useful. We actually have a good amount of PP for the moment, and we still have 2 to go, so great. So I will need more PP. Yay! If you can't tell, I'm not having a good time, and we haven't even flipped yet. Well, let's get that minister. Now we have to do an increase in paid leave. And yes, I do know that all of these make the decisions for these cheaper, but I don't know. They're not the worst, to be fair. A free factory for 10 PP, sure, that's nice, but once these get expensive, they aren't really worth it. But at least they're there, I suppose. At least they're there. Thank you, and in 30 days we can do the referendum. So let's complete towards Indian independence first. Well, well, well. We've made it. We can hold the referendum. Yay! Let's flip. And before I forget, let's change our occupation law. We're currently on local autonomy. That can't stand, so local police force. There we go. But speaking of colonies, we do have a bit of a problem. We have quite a few dominions, and they don't like our new government. So let's move to secure them. I can't let them go. Yet. And yet, for some reason, when I do this, this triggers all of the collab governments in the world to fire. If I'm honest, doing the collab is actually probably the better solution, because collabs are so good. But no. But I would recommend doing it. I totally recommend it. Well, we do have a bit of a problem with war support. So let's see what we can do about that. Luckily, we have trade union war propaganda. Be a bit slow, but it'll get us there. Probably. And may as well grab another factory while I'm at it. Can't remember the last time I did this, but oh well, nevertheless, let's do it, shall we? There they are. I've already moved some units into them, but how much do I need? Oh, this is going to be a pain. I'll probably come back when I actually have all of this here. Right, New Zealand. I guess you'll be interesting enough. Okay, let's grab your units, because for some reason taking their units counts. Yep, already this unit counts for Australia. Nice. South Africa, the problem is Transvaal. How much do I need? A few. Just a few. Canada, what do I have to do for the Canadians to impose martial law? Manitoba, Alberta, Nova Scotia, Ontario. 3 of you go over there. I think that will be enough for everyone. And so let's do the fate of the royal family. There we go, New Zealand, propaganda, Australia, a bit more, so in you go. Is that enough? Yay, enough for everyone. Now I just need the PP to do it. Unfortunately, I don't have much PP coming in right now. Oh well, Canada. And, martial law in South Africa, and, I don't want to lose that much stability, so to Canada with you. Anyway, let's eliminate the upper class. Right, let's install some governments. Australia. And yes, it is unfortunate to lose some good generals, but whatever. At least we get 8 civs out of it. Thank you. And let's begin to carve out ourselves. Self-government for the Middle East. And oh yes, here begins the infamous lag. Very well, New Zealand, welcome to the club. And Canada. And self-government for the Americas. And yes, here's something funny. The Dominion of India has apparently declared independence. Except, no, they haven't. They're still right here. For some reason, Paradox says this is not bugged, even though it obviously is. Surely, if this is intended, you would remove this event, or something like that. But yeah, this is also why I didn't bother with the British Raj, because you don't need to. They will never declare independence properly. It's a good thing we released all of these as communist, you know? At least they stay with our ideology, at least in theory. Anyway, for the good of the revolution. Good to get rid of the war to end all wars, and a nice-ish national spirit, I suppose. There we go, just got South Africa in time. Hello there. And that's all of the dominions flipped. Nice. Of course, keeping all of them, very useful. They're very good fodder, as they are. And which way to go? BCA, British Cheerleading Association, or follow Moscow? If I'm honest, I think follow Moscow is the more interesting of the two, so there we go. And why do I think follow Moscow is more interesting? It's because enforced decolonization causes more lag. Yes, you can get some war goals on France, Belgium, Netherlands and all of that, but it's inconsistent and very RNG dependent. Well, yay! We're in the common turn now. And let's do self-government for the Med. This other army needs a field marshal, and I know exactly the perfect candidates. Oh great. One of the signs of us going ahistorical has just fired. Germany has declared on the Sudetenland. Anyway, we need more manpower. And instead of going up to limited conscription, let's do something a little bit interesting. Where are ya? Sylvia Pankhurst, the Red Suffragette. 2% recruitable. Oh yes. Right, how much time do we need? 140 days. And that gives us about 1 or 2 extra focuses, so sure, let's tackle capitalism. Seriously, some of these focuses should be 35 days. 70 days for just a 10% attack bonus on the US. Ugh. Right, no more time for anything else, so let's finish decolonization. If there were focuses in this focus tree that built up to the idea of a communist civil war, I could sort of understand it, but there's nothing. It just, if you don't decolonize, Hoi4 gives you the finger and decides to deal with you itself. And I'll be fair, the lag is not actually as bad as it used to be. Remember, I'm running Hoi4 and OBS, so it's actually running pretty good in my opinion, for now. But yeah, creating a load of extra tags does cause a bit of lag. So there's a 50% chance most of these will leave us. So I wonder who will stay and who will go. And done. We kept Egypt. We didn't keep Belize, we kept the Bahamas, Jamaica. Okay. Right, let's do the Bermuda invasion point. Our greatest enemy awaits. And the big one. Crush the Dream. Paradox is clearly proud of this because there's an achievement dedicated to this. Well, if Hoi4 wants me to invade from Bermuda, I shall. Where should I go from? You know what? It's silly, but I'm gonna do it. We'll go straight to DC. Does France have a faction? No, they don't. I'm very worried about that. I'm very worried. I think I know what's about to happen. But I'm almost certain that Crush the Dream is made for an earlier version of the US where they didn't mobilize as well. Because currently they have, just 127 divisions. You know, just a casual amount. This is also why I made sure I got control of Canada. Imagine trying to naval invade the US when they have all of that. At least having Canada means I have a massive border to push down from. Well, very well. Totally limited rearmament, I'm sure. Let's go. And call in. And let's push. Do I have their cipher? Yes, I do. And yep, faction, and I'm just going to wait for France to join it. Good, we got some breakouts, so of course, got to make encirclements. Good. And, I actually made landfall in Baltimore. Because Baltimore is a port, I actually have supply here, which is bemusing. Keep pushing. Let's make some encirclements. We've got to break out in Buffalo. We've got to break out in Detroit. Push down. And there we go. DC is mine. A good extra front line. Right, all of you guys, let's send you in as well. It's my standard 21 width, so yeah. I'm not pushing with the other guys for the moment because that's literally not their job. In fact, since I'm not going to push with them, Churchill, you go there. And so far, this has been going absolutely brilliantly. We've gotten a complete breakout, we even took down some subs. Ooh, a little battle's going on. Are we going to win? Yes, I would say so. I'd call that a little victory. I know what's going to happen. I know what's coming. Yep. I knew eventually some rubbish like that would happen. And France would end up in the US's faction. I was dreading it. I knew it was coming. I knew it. But luckily Germany's about to do Maginot, which will take them down for us. You know what's funny as well? I forgot to deploy my Air Force. I actually have one, you know. I've been exercising it this whole goddamn time. Probably should have done something like MI6 sooner. But that's the thing with this focus tree, you kind of have to rush it down. The longer you take, the stronger the US becomes. And believe me, I did that in my practice game. Didn't end very well for me. And we've encircled Florida. Go to LA, then San Fran. They are encircled, but I'll rescue them soon enough. The idea that the US is going to fall before France is kind of funny. It looks like that's what's going to happen. Come on. Is that it? Thank you. Wonderful. Right, I'll leave you to clean up the mess, while the 120 go back to Europe. There's a bit of a mess that I have to clean up, because Germany for some reason didn't declare. Oh well, oh well. I always have to do the work, don't I? Anyway, socialist pool. Well, that's funny. France is making a last stand for the US in New Orleans. Very in character. Very, very in character for you. Oh no, they just... Oh, great. They just lost disjointed government. Great. There's only one way I can describe that, and that's inconvenient. Like mutinies. May as well get that propaganda again. Oh goodness, there's quite a contingent over here. I'm actually curious to leave it. If I do, I don't have to deal with it. And I bet you the moment I begin to do a naval invasion, someone will finally do... Yep. Called it to the fucking second. I knew what the AI is like. I knew it. So at this point, I kind of do have to. Good. What are we fighting for? I agree. Right. I will deal with you later, Mexico. Right, let's take them down before Germany does it. That should be enough, so let's send in the lot. Well, there we are. We made landfall before Germany could screw us. Nice try, Germany. Nice try. What on earth is happening? How is nationalist Spain in the Axis? Has Germany... I don't think Germany's done the focus that invites them. Maybe they have. But I know someone's up to something, and I think I know what it is. Yep. Germany is at war with the USSR. Already? Come on, France. Hand it over. You might have gotten rid of disjointed government, but you're still disjointed enough to capitulate. Thank you. Right, what am I going to do about this mess? Right, I think the thing we're obviously going to do is puppet the entirety of the US, because we just should. But the rest, I don't know. I mean, the Dutch East Indies are available, and a lot of colonies too. I got 95 states and Germany 1. And you know what 1 that is? Java. But yeah, I'm glad I did that because that gives me a very nice border with Germany. But yeah, I'm not fighting Germany for this video. I've already been going long enough and I think the point has been made. I don't like this focus tree. But there's one more thing that really annoys me about it. Remember, we've completely decolonized, so what's our big prize for this? What's the big thing we're building up to? Well, it's this. Spirit of the Industrial Revolution. And you would have to assume that this is a really good national spirit. Wouldn't you? I would assume that. But nope. This is all it does. 10% factory and dockyard output. That is such a rubbish reward. Who thought that this was a good reward? I could put up with most of this if the actual rewards were good. But they're not. They're not good at all. It's not enough. If this focus tree was going to get reworked, that's the main thing it needs. More reasons to justify losing so much. More buffs. More things like that. Because as it is right now, it's just not good enough. Oh well, looks like I've got to make a plan to take down Germany. And while I do that, I thank you for watching, I do hope you've enjoyed it, and until we meet again, from me, Bubbles Zest. Goodbye. Oh yeah, I forgot. This also brings Communist Week to a close. Been pretty fun, and now I have to do Democratic and non-aligned at some point.